What's up, my friend? David Moss Jr. here. In this video, I wanted to give you a guide to the entire Polar Monkeys lineup, starting from their PortalX all the way up to their Cyber Plunge commercial. We're gonna go through a lot of the information in here. We're gonna talk about every product that they have to offer to give you a guide and help you determine which Polar Monkeys cold plunge is best for you. Let's jump right in. And hey, after today's video, if you decide you want to get one of the Polar Monkeys cold plunges for yourself, make sure you use the link and discount code down in the description below for some exclusive savings. Let's jump right in. First up, and this is the most affordable option from the Polar Monkeys lineup, this is called the PortalX. Now this cold plunge is going to be the most budget friendly. It is going to give you a great tub, an incredible 1 horsepower chiller that's capable of reaching 32 degrees all the way up to 107 degrees with ozone filtration. And we're gonna talk about the details of the chiller a little bit later on in this video, but just know you're gonna have a super powerful chiller on a budget-friendly tub. This cold plunge currently starts at $54.90 at time of recording this video, and it is a great start for your cold plunging journey. Now we're gonna zip on past the PortalX and talk about the Brainpod 2.0, which is the most popular product from the Polar Monkeys lineup. One improvement that I think is great is underneath this thing, you can see a little, all that yellow, that is spray foam insulation. And what that does is it cuts back on condensation and allows this tub to retain its temperature much easier than obviously if there was no insulation. So when it's cooling down the water, obviously having the insulated lid now too, with the insulated tub, does a really good job, will do a really good job keeping the chiller from having to fight so hard to cool down the water or heat up the water, which that's really nice. Now let's unwrap this thing. So one of the cool things about Polar Monkeys is they actually have some pretty sick looking tubs. I like it, man. I like it. I like this look. This is gonna be fun. So this is the brand new Polar Monkeys Brainpod 2.0. It's a larger tub, a fully insulated tub, has this really cool artwork across it around the entire thing. But let's talk about everything you get. So with my order, I got a Polar Monkey towel, which is super cool. I got a phone mount so that I can actually have my phone next to me while I'm taking a cold plunge. So it's cool to have your phone next to you without accidentally dropping it in the water. I got a couple boxes, so I've got filters, I've got the SAUNA cleaning supplies here, I got all the pieces that I need to put this together, and then another box of filters. All right, well, we've got it set up. I mean, setup's super easy. The hardest part is getting it out of the box and moving it. You're definitely gonna wanna have someone help you. The tub doesn't weigh a lot, but the chiller's pretty heavy, and when it comes packaged up, it's all inside the tub, so it can feel very, very heavy. So make sure you have at least one person help you move this thing and get it where you want it. So now we're filling it up. I highly recommend you get yourself a hose filter like this. I have links down in the description below for all the stuff that I use, but get a hose filter like this to fill up your water. So get this, as I'm filming this right now, I have the lid off of it. I have it set to ice, and I put more water in it because I didn't fill it all the way up yesterday, and it's actually forming ice right now. Like, it's got ice on top of the water. It's like a little slush, but it's making ice right now. That's so sick. I think that's crazy that a chiller that's not even built into the tub is making ice on top of the water. That's so cool. The cool thing now is Polar Monkeys has figured out what people need to have the best experience with a cold plunge, like an insulated lid. This does now have an insulated lid. It's branded with Polar Monkeys on the top of it, which is cool. And it does have some side skirts that go down along all the sides of this actual tub, and it prevents frogs, bugs, debris, fallout from trees and stuff like that from getting inside your cold plunge. Now let's talk about this all new chiller. So it's a 1 horsepower chiller, cools down to 32 degrees, makes ice, which is currently doing, and it's got these smart sensors as well. So when it does reach 32 degrees and it senses that it's making ice, the chiller is gonna turn off. So right now it's not doing anything. It's not circulating water, it's allowing for ice to form. And if the temperature does raise at all, it will kick back on, it'll start circulating that water again, and it'll get it back down to 32 degrees. The cool thing with having the heater as well is if you live somewhere where it's freezing and the temperature drops below 32 degrees, the heater will kick on and it'll raise the temperature back up to 32 degrees or whatever you have it set at. You can control this from an app. I don't like to use apps, I like to just use the chiller, but that is an option. So it's very simple. You have a power button here. You have your setting button here. This is gonna get you from your set temperature. So right now I have it set to ice. I can use my arrows here to raise it up. I can raise it up to 107 degrees if I want to. Arrows up and down, that's gonna put your temperature where you want it. Then you hit the button again and it's set. Right now I have it set to ice. It's telling me the water inside the chiller, because this is where it's gonna read the temperature, is 34 degrees. So it is going to kick back on here in a second. You can hear it. Now let's actually demonstrate it. Let's get inside it. So I am 6'1", 210 pounds, somewhat of a larger person, and I want to demonstrate how I would fit inside the Brainpod 2.0 so you can kind of figure out how you would fit inside there. It's a really cold day and it's currently freezing, so This is gonna be a good one, let's go. So the cool thing about this tub layout is the jets where the water actually comes in is on the side, so is the pre-filter, and then there is the drain plug at the very bottom, which you have to press down and it'll pop up just like a bathtub when it comes time to drain this thing. But both sides are equally slanted. Both sides in the middle are equally slanted, so you can literally lay on both sides of this tub. It doesn't matter. Some of them that you get into, the jet's kind of on one side, so you have to literally get in only one way. This one gives us a lot of different options. All right, let's jump in. It is cold, and it's probably gonna overflow because I put a lot of water in this. All right, so here's how a lot of people like to cold plunge. So this is very comfortable for the average person to just get in, have their arms out, their shoulders out, rest their neck, and get really comfortable. But not everybody wants to do that. Sometimes people want to get all the way in, shoulder blades, collarbone underwater. This helps activate the vagus nerve. So this is how you're gonna want to cold plunge most of the time. My feet planted against that slanted wall over there, nice and comfortable. But now let's take it a step further and let's dunk. So I'll cross my legs, hold my nose. Woo! It's cold. That's nice and cold. So this isn't too big and it's not too small. This is a really good size cold plunge. And if I was buying a cold plunge today, I would have this on my radar for sure. Okay, so after the PortalX and then the Brainpod 2.0 comes the Star treatment. Now this is the upright wooden barrel style cold plunge. You still get the great 1 horsepower chiller, and it does have a really nice stainless steel interior, which makes it super easy to keep clean, super easy to drain, and really, really comfortable to use. And then after the Star treatment gets into the 100% marine grade stainless steel options. The first one we're gonna talk about is the Cyber barrel. The first thing I wanna point out is the entire thing is made up of marine grade stainless steel, inside and out. And stainless steel looks absolutely stunning, but there's a couple things you should also know about stainless steel when it comes to a cold plunge that might sway you one way or the other. So stainless steel is extremely rust resistant. That's one of the main reasons it's used in the marine world as well as now in the cold plunge world. It resists rust and it resists corrosion. So to me, that's a pro because that's gonna ensure this product is gonna last longer than maybe some other materials. The next benefit to stainless steel is that its thermal conductivity is better than most any other material. So it's gonna be really efficient at maintaining cold temperatures for a long period of time without the chiller having to be overworked. Another really cool thing that Polar Monkeys does is the entire tub is heavily insulated as well. Using stainless steel as a cold plunge is gonna make it more durable. It's gonna help it last longer. It's gonna retain the cold temperatures a little more efficiently, but it also looks really freaking cool. I've had this cold plunge right here for a month, and every person who's came over walks by it and they question, what is that? That thing is sick. And it's really cool to share the story that it's a cold plunge because not a lot of cold plunges look like this. So it's not just a utility to be used for cold exposure, but it's also quite a statement piece. Now let's talk about the other difference, and that's that it's an upright barrel. So obviously there's benefits to cold plunging laying down too. So when you get into an upright barrel, it supports the body's natural mechanics, which is good when you're getting into cold water because naturally your body is gonna go into fight or flight. And if you think about it, when you're in fight or flight, most of the time you're not laying down. You're either squatted down or you're ready to fight for your life. So by exposing yourself to cold water in an upright barrel and positioning your body in the natural way, you're allowing for your body to have a more natural response. This taller style also allows it to be a lot easier for taller people to get fully underwater and fully submerged, which has intense mental benefits. Another interesting benefit to staying in that upright position is it allows your body to have better circulation, especially to your legs and to your core. Because by being in that squatted upright position, you're actually activating the muscles in your legs and in your core, which is gonna keep blood flowing to them even though you're exposing them to the cold water. The third thing I think you should know is that it has precision temperature control. You see this little white box right here? That is a chiller that's also equipped with ozone and 2-stage filtration. And this chiller can be set to temperatures down to 32 degrees and actually create floating ice. They can also be set to temperatures up to 107 degrees to create your own individual hot tub. And then for those of you watching who have never used a chiller before, that doesn't mean you have to choose between 32 degrees and ice or 107 degrees. You can actually set this chiller to any temperature between 32 degrees and 107 degrees precisely, so that you can have it set to your exact cold tolerance. So if you're someone who likes the idea of having a cold plunge, but you also love the idea of muscle relaxing hot tub water, you can set this cold plunge or this hot tub to hotter temperatures in the evening so that you can experience the relaxing therapeutic benefits of the hot tub, and then reset it to cold temperatures for the next morning. And you can do a little bit of both. Now, I haven't necessarily experimented with that a ton, but I have done it and it does work. A few added benefits that I've really enjoyed about this cold plunge is the steps on the outside look amazing with the stainless steel and the wood. It makes it really easy for me to get up and get into my cold plunge. My kids have been using it as well. I just did my first filter change and it was extremely easy to change, and it actually let me know it was time to clean it on the front screen of the chiller, which was nice. It took the guesswork out of maintaining my cold plunge. It's been a great statement piece. Like I mentioned, a lot of people ask me about this cold plunge because it just looks really cool. And it's been a cold plunge that I've used pretty much every single day because it's right here on my back porch. I don't have to go walking through the grass and get my feet all dirty. I can roll out of bed, walk out my door, and jump right into my cold plunge. In conclusion, if you're somebody who's been considering getting the Polar Monkey Cyber Barrel, I would say that after 1 month of use, this has been a cold plunge that has exceeded my expectations. I've been using it on a daily basis. My kids like it. It's a statement piece, and it's definitely something that is easy for me to recommend. So if you do decide to get one for yourself, make sure you use the link and the discount code down in the description below. And then last but not least, this is the ultimate cold plunge from Polar Monkey so far. This is the Cyber Plunge. This is 100% marine grade stainless steel, currently listed at $79.90 at time of recording this video. And this is one of the cold plunges that you can choose the home setup or the commercial setup. Using the 1 horsepower Pro chiller, they can reach 32 degrees and go up to 107 degrees with ozone and all these wonderful features. Or you can choose the commercial setup. For this video, I'm gonna show you setting it up with the commercial chiller in case that's something that interests you. By the looks of this tub, it's made out of 100% marine grade stainless steel. They were on the same track. This is the same kind of stainless steel that they use in super yachts so they don't corrode in that salty ocean water. So you could put this tub in a gym, outside, in a spa, or on top of Mount Everest, and it's still gonna hold up. This tub does weigh about 180 pounds, so you will need a few friends to help get it where you need it, but once it's there, it's there. It holds about 140 gallons of water, so the tub is an absolute beast. And because it's so big, it allows for full submersion, super easy. Keep in mind the tub itself weighs over 180 pounds, so like I mentioned before, you will need some friends to help put it where you want it. If you're worried about the installation, don't be. The Cyber Plunge is designed with easy setup and no plumbing is required. It comes with all the necessary connections and a drain valve to make water management super easy. Plus, it includes an insulated cover, and that keeps the debris out but also helps to maintain that water temperature when not in use. And let's not forget about the commercial grade automatic water filtration, ensuring crystal clear water with minimal maintenance. In a nutshell, the Cyber Plunge is a plug and play solution, and it's as user friendly as it is robust. And that makes it a stellar addition to any high traffic environment, gym, wellness center. Just talk about what you don't want. What you don't want is a cold plunge that sounds like a factory assembly line. This thing is whisper quiet. It's actually been on the entire time I'm filming. So whether you're running a high-end wellness center or you want to just chill at your own cold plunge at your own house without sounding like you're sitting next to a leaf blower, this thing's it. All right, we've talked about a lot, but who should actually get this? I would say yes to gyms and fitness centers if you want a high-end recovery tool that won't break. I would say yes to wellness centers and spas if you want a quiet premium build that looks really, really cool. I would say yes to athlete recovery facilities if you want something that's reliable, always cold, and built for heavy use. I would even say yes to biohackers if you're that person who loves to suffer through 37-degree water. Go for it. And hey, if you're just a regular dude like me and you want it for your backyard, I respect that. And all right, I know some of you are just here for the challenge. You want to see me torture myself and fit in this thing. So I'm gonna do my full submersion test to make sure it's easy for me to get into the water, to get fully underwater, and to show you how I fit so you can determine how you'll fit. But before I do that, I do want to say, if you're watching this video and this product interests you and you're like, okay, I want some more details or I want to go ahead and purchase it, I'm gonna have a link down in the description below. It'll take you right to the website where you can check out all the details of this. And if you decide, okay, I really, really like it and I want to get one, there's also going to be a discount code for you to use. It's going to save you an exclusive discount and it's going to help you get this at the cheapest price possible. So check out that link and discount code after the video. Now let's get in it. All right, we've got this thing nice and cold. It's 37 degrees. First experience in it. Oh, shoot. Oh, yes. God, that feels really nice. It really does. So I can get my legs completely straight. For reference, I'm 6'1", and the reason I'm doing it like this with my arms out is because I like to show it is a comfortable plunge for people who just want to ice their lower half, and a lot of people do. I know a lot of people don't talk about it, but this is how a lot of people cold plunge, especially when they go to recovery centers and wellness facilities. A lot of athletes like to do this too after games. So if you're a taller person, you see where my feet come out, there's a lot of room, and I could honestly just sit with my back up here, so plenty of room. However, if you want to get fully under, and have the water up to your collarbone, this is a very roomy cold plunge. And if you're someone who wants to fully dunk, one of the easiest full dunk experiences you're gonna have. So as far as the tub goes, there's 2 holes at the bottom. One hole where the water's gonna go in through the filter and everything, and one where the water's gonna come out. They're both at the bottom, which is nice. When it comes time to drain it, there's actually a drain, a push up and pop up drain right here in the center. Cool thing is, I learned, is there's a ball valve on the other side out here that you can attach a hose to run that water wherever you want to. When that is closed, you can't actually open this. It almost creates like a vacuum seal. So in order for this to open, the reason I'm saying this is because if somebody accidentally hits it, you don't want to drain your tub out. As long as this bag here is closed, this cannot open. There is some condensation. I did notice some sweating on the outside of the tub. There is some sweating on the components back here. It might be a little less inside, but I wouldn't recommend keeping this somewhere where you don't want the floors to get wet. Obviously, it's a cold plunge too. When you get out, water's gonna come with you. So a lot of people don't really think about that. Well, there we have it, my friends. That is a full breakdown of the current Polar Monkeys lineup. Make sure that you check the link down in the description below and use my discount code if you do decide you wanna purchase one for yourself. If you have any questions that I didn't go over in this video, or if there's any comments you'd like to make, post them down below. If you'd like to reach out to me on Instagram, feel free to do that. It's @DMossJr. Hey, I appreciate you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video, my friends. Have a great day, and God bless.